G'day guys, welcome back again. We've got a 2015 Audi Q3 with a big powerhouse 1.4 litre CZEA engine. So this has come in for, as you can see, engine light on, EPC light on. It's got relatively low kilometres, 60,000. Customers complained of the EPC light on, intermittent on and off, limp mode, and the customer has mucked around in the engine bay, unplugged the throttle body, plugged it back in. So I'll just show you what we got on the scan tool. You can see here 1558 and a couple of other low input codes, which I'd say the low input codes are from disconnecting the connector on the throttle body by the customer. But our main code there is going to be the 1558. So I'm just going to quickly grab a wiring diagram and let's see what we can find on this thing. And I'll grab a wiring diagram and I'll get you back in. Okay, so here we are. Just got our wiring diagram from Auto Data. As you can see, my orange highlighter. We've got a 6-wire connector throttle body. We've got 4 wires relating to the TPS1 and TPS2 sensor. And we've got the 2 wires for our motor that controls the throttle plate. So what we're going to do is get the scan tool set up to look at the TPS data. At the moment it's running okay, so I'm just going to get maybe the scope wires on the 2 wires for the motor, and we'll bring up the scan data for the TPS sensors and get a base for that, and then see if we can get it to fail and then see what it is doing. Alright guys, we've got the scope connected. So we're currently on I had to take that pipe off. We're on the 2 wires on the connector down there. So we're running normally now, and as you can see on the scope, we've got a positive duty cycle there of, roughly 10, 11, 12, 13, the way it's idling. And on our scan tool, you see our APP voltages and our TPS voltages. That's normal at idle. So what I'm going to do, now we've got a good reference, I'm going to turn the car off, see if I can get it to fail, and then let's see what we're seeing, if it's the same or different, and then we can decide what we're doing. Alright, that didn't take long, 2 cycles of the key and it's already doing it. So as you can see, APP voltage is the same, TPS voltages now are 16.5. So nothing is happening at all. But if we start up the scope, as you can see, we're definitely still connected. So we've still got our duty cycle on channel A, and we've still got our ground on channel B. And if we just go, let's go bring up frequency. You see our frequency's changed a bit, but it's not that far off. We've still got command to the TPS. Our TPS number is higher, our frequency is lower. I think we're going to have a sort of an issue with this throttle body for sure. So maybe let's have a look at this throttle body. Let's unplug it. Let's see if our TPS can still read. So what I'll do is maybe I'll just get a screwdriver and we'll see if we can move the TPS a bit. I could probably stop that scope now, so you see where we're at. So let me get a screwdriver. Let me just move that throttle body and you look at the TPS. Can you see that TPS? Why is that horrible there? Hang on 2 seconds. Why? That throttle body's jammed. I can't even move it. There's definitely something wrong with this throttle body. I'm going to turn it off. Let's have a look. Well, I just turned it off. Look where we're sitting. So Our throttle body's stuck down there. Let me just get a screwdriver on it now That's odd. That should be returning by itself with spring force. Let's read our TPS. We are definitely 75.7. So let me just take these off. Just want to make sure there is nothing going on here. Let me just take that one off as well. I want to unplug this connector. We're unplugged and this can move freely without returning at all. 100% there's something broken inside this throttle body. We know our commands are right, our TPS is right. There's an issue with this throttle body. We're going to get a new one and we're just going to put it on, and if I can open the other one I will, and let's have a look at what's inside it. Alright guys, the new throttle body is here, and look at this. You see how that returns on its own? That's what ours should be doing and it's not, so clearly we're registering something wrong there. So we're going to get this on there. I'll get the old one off and I'll pull this off and see if there's anything we can see. I don't dare pull this new one off to compare them, so if you're wanting that, I'm definitely not going to do that. This is going to go on and we're just going to pull the other one off and see if there's anything we can see. So let's swap it over and let's go from there. Alright guys, so I tried to disassemble it as best as I could, but there's a roll pin on the other side of this, and I really couldn't be bothered going anymore because I can see that this has got a broken spring. So if I can, honestly, I'm probably not going to be able to show you, but you can hear it. So, oh, there you can see the top of it. So it's just snapped. So that's why we've got no spring tension to return it. So new throttle body in, let's do a basic adaptation and then let's get it started and see how it goes. So the new one's on. We'll just get it all organised and then we'll fix up the piercing probe holes, which I know everyone looks at those piercing probes and hates me, but whatever, they're going to get fixed. So I left that off, we're going to do that, but firstly we're just going to do the basic settings. So I'll quickly show you how to do it on the iScan 3. So we go to service functions. Sometimes, I mean, this is a great tool. Sometimes it's a little bit slow, particularly for loading data, but anyway, you know, some scan tools are good at certain things and some aren't, and each to their own. Take what we can from each one. So once we connect up to this, get to that next screen. Okay, yes, Q3 after 2012, great. Service function, let's go. Throttle body alignment. So once we get to throttle body alignment, this is the issue. This is where it takes a while in loading data on, particularly when you want to go to data PIDs and do a data stream of all available and trying to pick them out. It just takes forever to load. So I'm just gonna fast forward this and I'll get you back up when it's loaded at all. Well, that took about a minute and a half to 2 minutes, so you can see what I mean by waiting for that. Anyway, throttle body alignment. And there you go, done. Basic setting ended. So the throttle flap moves backwards and forwards, does the basic setting, and that's done. So we just exit out of that. I already cleared the codes before, so we are going to put everything back together and start it up, and let's see how it goes. I road tested it earlier a couple of times and I'm just back in the car now, just double checking everything, bonnet open. We're cold again. It's now a little bit later in the afternoon, so all fixed. Thanks for watching guys, hopefully that made sense. See you next time.